Hey, everybody, I'm Angela, and I am going to uh, uh, do a current energy reading on all zodiac signs. I haven't done one on video in a very long time, but I have been doing them for myself and others pretty regularly, and I just love it, and I love to offer this to you. If you do want a private reading, my information is on a link down below. You just click on the title and you'll see all that information right there. So this is going to be one video of all the zodiac signs in order, starting with Aries, ending with Pisces. We'll just keep it simple that way to begin with, just because I think we all tend to kind of know where we fall in the zodiac sign, at least who comes before and who comes after. And we can always mix that up in the future or do our solo videos. But I want to just kind of keep the energy rolling and working for you. So let's begin. And like I said, we'll start with Aries. Okay. So we're going to use an oracle cards first. Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. For Aries, current energy. So when you find this video, it's when it's best for you. That's when it is your current energy, okay? Aries. One more shuffle. All right, so we have co-create. We have here and now. And we have thinker. Okay. So instead of trying to get everything to be perfect, like the perfect cards and the perfect lighting and the perfect background, I just decided, it's been holding me back. I'm just going to do these as is, and I'll make adjustments along the way. I'd rather give you the reading rather than avoid it because I don't have what I think is the perfect setup, okay? So Aries. Aries, current energies for Aries. What does Aries need to hear? Okay. You have the 10 of Pentacles. You have the 9 of Swords. You have the Hanged Man. You have the 8 of, so again, these are kind of shiny. I'll pull out my other ones that are less shiny if I need to, but 8 of Wands. King of Swords. And Strength card. And we have 7 of Cups. Okay. All right. Okay, so give me just a second here. Do you have an interest? I see overthinking. Immediately, I see overthinking with the 9 of Swords and the thinker. Okay. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with thinking about things, but then there can be that point of, I don't even remember what I think about this anymore because there's so much overthinking. It creates anxiety. I mean, I'm Sun, Moon, Venus, Aquarius. So, I mean, I could be known for my overthinking. So I can relate to perhaps if this is energy is reaching out to you. You even have the King of Swords here. This is more of a getting to the clear cut decision though, when you finally get to the king status. However, on the bottom of the deck, you have the 7 of Cups. So it can be, I've heard it's called the spoiled for choice, or where, again, when you look at all three of these together, it's just What should I do? What I know what I want. I know I have so much anxiety over something I want to create here, right? Right now, I want that all to be over right now, here and now, but I'm thinking so much that I nothing is getting done. Okay, so nothing is getting done from something that you want to create with someone else that is a opposite of you. So I'm just going to keep funneling out. I'm probably won't remember your readings, so don't ask. But I'm going to keep going with this. There's somebody opposite in your world, opposite to you, just like this cheetah and this owl. And right now, right here, there's so much overthinking that your Ten of Pentacles, your legacy, your lifelong happiness is not being met. And right now, what I see is two things need to take place. You have your Hangman and your Eight of Wands. You have a new perspective to look at. There's a perspective that in all your thinking, so it's an interesting piece of advice for you, Aries, is that in all your thinking and all your choices, there is one perspective that's being missed. And you would only know what that is. But the Hangman, he puts himself in this position to see the world different. So is there a place, I'm immediately hearing, other than where you usually are, to rethink this decision, this choice, this opportunity that is clearly not taking place? So is there somewhere else? And I'm almost picturing, can you go out in nature? Is there a place where you can wander and disconnect from your phone or your computer or whatever it is that desensitizes you from what you truly desire, which is what everybody here typically, does, is you want this legacy, you want this joy, you want this abundance. You not only want the abundance now, here and now, here and now, you want this abundance, but as this being a legacy card, you want it to last, you want it to be. And in your Hangman position, I'm immediately hearing, he's up in this tree, go into nature and disconnect. And I would suggest not even having I'm almost hearing like, we're so attached to our phones, and I know it can be hard to disconnect from our phone, especially if we have loved ones that aren't in direct contact with us to reach us. But we did live in a world once where that actually took place and everything was okay when we did it. And it doesn't have to be 10 hours. It certainly can. I mean, I've heard of Bill Gates, would leave for weeks at a time, right? And disconnect. If that's true, I don't know. I've never heard him directly say that, but it's a nice idea, right? So disconnect from whatever it is that you're constantly distracted by. Try to look at your situation different of this thing that you want to co-create, that you see along life. Here's where it gets tricky. Once you have that clarity, you're going to get that clarity when you go out into what I hear nature. So, whatever nature is to you, I see it to be, if at all possible, the less people, the better. If you know places like that or can find places like that, that's great. Um, you're going to need some strength to um, I almost want to say, and I don't mean, so this is the Leo card, but it's also a fire sign, but fire signs known for their passion, and fire can come across sometimes as aggressive. And then this angel comes down and she tames the beast. I see that in this perspective change and in your clarity, there's maybe some beast taming. So I hear um, to be humble. Let me come back to the original, the very first card, in co-creating. And if you're co-creating with someone who's not at all like you. So, we have the jungle cat and then we have an owl, right? How opposite are these two? But how interesting it would be to see what these two um, could create if there was a shift in perspective and less force on it being only one way. So if this is for your business or your love life, think of it as how well does it work? And how well, I mean, do you really want somebody around who's just like you and behaves just like you? And I say this respectfully, but I am going to speak truthfully with the fire sign with that heat, um, that fire, that passion can be very aggressive. That can, make this bird fly away and say, you go do that with someone else, right? Um, you have some choices to make. You will get your clarity, okay? You'll get clarity. The advice is to calm down. I think you'll have in that clarity and um, taming the beast within, this co-creation that you want now, not only now, but you want it to last. You want your anxiety to end. Um, you can have so many of your, you can have all your desires met, all your choice, every time that a desire is met, a new one comes up and you can have that one also. And then you fulfill another desire and another one pops up, and these two, because they are different, can get more needs met because there's more of a vastness of thinking. So coming from the one way of thinking to two ways of thinking, you can have all your cups filled, right? And then your Eight of Wands, you reach out and you negotiate. And I've never really enjoyed the word, like the word compromise. It's not so much compromise where someone feels like they lost their way. It's realizing that two opposites, well, initially maybe come in with two very different ideas, but the desire is the same. They want desires met. And you can morph that into something together. I just see less of a hothead. Sorry, this is how I read, but you're going to be happy. Okay, so that's you, Aries. I'm going to move on to Taurus. So Taurus, welcome to the reading. We just finished Aries, and if you want a private reading, down below, you can email me, and that's in the description box. Okay, just email me and we can do that in video, or we can do it live, or I can just record it for you. Okay. All right. So for Taurus, truth be told, sorry, clean it up, Taurus, and mending. Okay. Okay, Taurus, truth be told, clean it up. Perhaps there's been a scuffle of some kind. Taurus. You know, it's interesting. We're in Taurus season and it is the home season. So to even just like simply put, if one card was to speak to me at the moment, it's clean it up. It's, you know, spring clean. It's a great opportunity. You can have the energy to work in your favor, that you can get a lot done in this time to have the home that you desire to live in. And I don't doubt that Taurus does tend to have their home set up and things set up the way they want them at that time. But we can all, you know, I can be a little bit tidy, but I can also easily let things get out of hand if I don't keep up with them. This looks like a relationship that needs some mending. It looks like you could use it. We just had the King of Pentacles fall out. We have the nine, yeah, we have the Nine of Wands. So this could be you or somebody else. We have the five, excuse me. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Five of Cups. We have the Ace of Swords. Sorry about the shine. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Might use my other ones next time. Again, I just, and we have the Lovers. So again, you know, I just don't, I stopped trying to get the perfect situation set up to do readings again, and just decided to get that all figured out, but to do readings with just how it is right now. Okay. So first part, real simple. Ride the Taurus wave of the spring cleaning and removing what isn't needed. Looks like here, perhaps there's been some struggle with money. You know, sometimes we can feel, he almost looks, sometimes to me, he looks apathetic as he tries to wait for his garden to produce the fruits of what he has planted, and they're so close, they're right there. But you know, if you think about a tomato bush, you wouldn't pick the tomatoes when, well, you could pick them when they're green, but they're just not going to be the same as the harvest of the red cherry tomato. You can look at it as any way that you want. You know, even a garden of flowers, you know, we can pick them early and then it may never open. So whatever it is that you've cultivated and grown, it's not been without effort here with the Nine of Wands. You know, the wounded warrior. I see that there's been a change in perspective. So oftentimes we see the Five of Cups as someone who's looking at the three cups that have spilled and the two cups that are still standing upright. And you know, one of the stories that can be told about this is, you know, the man lost the taste for wine and he loved wine, and now he's sad about that. When I look at this, it's I'm seeing I'm not seeing it as literally wine as much as I'm seeing it as perhaps for some time here, there's been some overindulgence on some desirable things, whatever that is for you. However, the thing that you're overindulging on, or the things that are being overindulged, that it's been more of like an instant gratification. And Lord knows we all have had that, especially going through what we've gone through in the time that I'm doing this reading. However, whenever you find this, it doesn't mean don't do it anymore, but maybe just pull back. And like this card really just stands out to me, clean it up and you'll mend. Okay, like these two children, just sewing it back up. You'll come back together. I just saw the story. Truth be told, clean it up and you'll feel better. So if this is actually something taking place in your own life, just with you or with someone else, it's truth be told, clean it up. You can do this. You've got this. You have all the tools to just scale back. You can. Let's go back to the one of the meanings of this card of it being wine. Maybe you just drink less wine. Maybe it's chocolate. Maybe it's overindulging in Netflix. It doesn't mean this is one of those things where some of our habits have gotten away to us that it's become more of an addiction. And it for whoever needs to hear this and whoever I'm reading for, it's something that doesn't actually have to leave your life for good. And there are certain things that people participate in and do that it is just best that they never participate or partake in that again. This is not the case in this reading. It just means maybe it's been a bit much. It's wearing you out. Okay. I see that it's even taking away some of your finances. So to be in your King of Pentacles position, and then you're just waiting for, your pentacles to grow, you will see them grow. You'll be in king form. You'll be in this majestic form. If you just get clear about some things in your life, and you don't have to, chomp at every little thing. Just start with one thing at a time, and you'll be amazed at how much can change, and then therefore change the other things that maybe perhaps are on your mind, to make better choices. And again, it doesn't mean removing everything, but maybe just doing a little less of some of the more indulgent things. Okay, so that's you, Taurus. Let's move on to Gemini. All right, so Gemini, what does Gemini need to hear? Gemini, if you want a personal reading, my information is down below in the description box. I also do yoga videos and art videos, and through that email, you can also purchase the art or sign up for personal practice. So I didn't do a separate channel, Gemini. Maybe I will someday, but although they're all three different, they're all coming from me. So why not? Okay. So Gemini. We have yang, male and masculine energy. Doesn't have to be female or male. It's just masculine energy, action energy, not for you. And I see here round and round. Okay, Gemini. Gemini. What is Gemini's current energy? What do they need to hear? So when you find this video, it's when it's meant for you, regardless of when it was recorded. Okay, so that's the current energy for the Gemini that's watching this video. There's one that wants to stay out. Okay, 8 of Swords. Okay, we have Strength. Excuse me. Those don't, that's me. That wasn't the. So what does Gemini need to hear? Those want to come out. That's an awful lot of cards. There should be enough cards. So we also have 8 of Pentacles. We have 6 of Pentacles. I'll get my less shiny cards, I think, in the future. Page of Cups. The Hanged Man. and the 10 of Wands. So yeah, I was getting this from the very beginning. There is some hot heat energy around you right now. It appears to be a masculine energy. Again, this doesn't have to be a man. In fact, you know, females can have their masculine energy turned on, and that will make them hot heads. And I mean that respectfully. It's just the nature of the beast, and it can be quite burdensome. So whether this is you or what you're dealing with, it's not working, and it's going round and round and round, and it's not for you. It's not for you. It's going round and round and round. This action, this heat, this hot, this fire, this, I almost, you know, I want to use the word like hot toxic energy. It's just, it's burning. It's um you feel bound to it. You feel like you can't get out of it. um you can't even, you're almost, it's so much thinking that you don't even know how you feel about it, or when you feel about it, I mean, you just cry a river, right? And I don't mean that in the um I don't mean that in a rude way. I mean that like literally there's so many tears. You're standing in your own tears. You're tied up, you're bound up. You're using all the strength you have. You're working hard. Whatever it is that you're around, it's not because of something that you're doing. That's what I'm getting for Gemini. Unless this is you doing this to someone, but I'm really not getting that. I'm getting that this is at you, Gemini. I see a lot of give and take. I see, you know, um, gentle offers. I see, you know, you feel like there could be, you know, give and take here, or you need a place where there's more equal give and take. With this Page of Cups, I feel like you've been offered um, empty promises. You know, it's like somebody's handing you a decadent, tells you, oh, you know, this wine, you know, has never been made before. You know, this is rarely made. It's single vineyard, and then a fish pops out. And you're like, great. Who wants to drink fish water when you thought you were going to get decadent wine, right? Um, and then you have the Hanged Man here. Now, a lot of times I would say or hear, you know, is there a perspective change on your part that you can make? What I would see is it's time to think about this differently than this. For some reason, you're still staying in it. Maybe it's because you don't know how to get out of it. Maybe you haven't even realized that you're in it, is what I'm also hearing. Is how does your body feel? Is your body in a lot of pain, Gemini? Are you losing sleep? Are you feeling exhausted rather than wonderfully exhausted at the end of the day? You know, the difference, you know, when you've had just the most wonderful day doing all the things that you love, and you just, oh, you pass out from being tired from all that, or you're just fall asleep in front of the television, or just crash and burn and you forgot to eat dinner. Um, I don't know why I said that, but it's definitely, the cards are saying this is not for you. Um, move yourself. It's interesting. Aries just got this message, but it's coming in loud and clear for you, Gemini. With the Hangman, is there somewhere else you can go to rethink your circumstances? If you're just now realizing that these are your circumstances, or if you know that they are, and you're in this roundabout and you're just not getting out of the roundabout, go somewhere else than you're used to thinking, whatever that is. And with Aries, I heard go to nature. That was very clear, but I don't necessarily get that with you, Gemini. I just see go to a different place that you don't usually go to see if that opens up the mind in a different way. That if you need to realize that this is your current circumstance and what to do about it, or B, you know this is your current circumstance, your current stress, um, how to get out of it. Okay, so that's the advice for you, Gemini. And let's move on to Cancer. All right, Cancer. Let's see what the current energies are for you, Cancer. Current energies of when you find this video. If you'd like a personal reading from me, you can just go to the description box below, email me, and we can arrange how to do that. The links down below on how to pay for that reading or make any contribution is also down there. I also teach yoga and do art, so look for those videos. Those are all up, but they can be also done privately, private practice, and you can purchase the art all through that one link of email. How perfect, right? Till I make my own online store, I suppose. All right, Cancer. All right, Cancer. Current energies for you. Chop wood. No, let's talk about that one. Ooh, serendipity. And chaos and conflict. This is very interesting energy here. You know, the chop wood, I hear when I have seen other tarot readers talk about that when they mean it's time to get to work. You know, it also, and I believe even in the book, I'm almost positive I got this from the book, was it's about your leveling up and rising up and having that spiritual awakening, enlightening, right? Becoming enlightened. And the concept of the card itself of chop wood is, what do you do before you're enlightened? You chop wood, right? What do you do once you're enlightened? You chop wood. So it's an interesting thing of concept that the work still gets done, you know, whatever it is. And then quite frankly, the purpose of becoming enlightened, if that's something that you seek, or leveling up, is there's no pass to providing your purpose, because not only does your purpose provide for others, is of service of others, it truly is of service to you. And here I see chaos and conflict surrounding this chop wood, and I see also this with this serendipity is, you seem perhaps, Cancer, conflicted on your purpose. And I don't say this very often, but I'll say whatever comes through. And anybody who's ever had a reading from me, I will say endlessly, it's nothing I would say, but this is what I hear. And this is something that I hear, is it looks like something's going to be something divine. The divine is going to step in and help clear this up for you. Now, I haven't even pulled tarot yet for you. You know, I've been using the other tarot, but I just got called to use this one. It has more of nature. I'm talking a lot about nature in these videos today. But there's something serendipitous coming into your life, Cancer, with that has to do with your purpose. You're either conflicted now on that, or maybe you'll be conflicted once it's presented to you. I really heard that loud though, that you may be very conflicted about this purpose in your life. Oh, really? I always thought it was this, or I never knew what it was and it's really that. That's the message I'm getting here. Let's see what tarot has to say. And these are more kind of nature based. They're kind of sweet. They'll be a little easier to see than the other tarot because they have sheen to them. So we have the Hanged Man. Boy, this is coming up for a lot of people, and I just switched decks. So, and I do shuffle quite a bit. The Hierophant. Okay, so 2 major arcanas already. Daughter of Swords. We have the 7 of Cups. No, we don't. We have the 9 of Cups. You have to excuse me, I haven't used these cards in ages. These will be fun to read for you because they'll really work off my intuition. Ooh, Father of Pentacles. So Cancer, this is definitely about wish fulfillment and purpose. It's just you might be conflicted at the answer. Ace of Swords, the clarity you get from this. Divine intervention is what I see. I see with this divine intervention from this oracle card, this serendipity card, it is the answer to a purpose in your life, a way to be of service that I don't know if you've seen before, or at least not seen in this way. It might just call for a change in perspective of what you think this is and what it truly ends up being. I say this, you know what, I'm reminded of a story. When my son was much littler, when he was a toddler, he would love to go see workmen digging up the street and repaving it, just recreating a whole situation over again. And we watched the trucks go, and we'd watch them be, the men would be in the home, and they come back out. And inevitably, and I swear there wasn't one single time, if they were able to talk to us, one or more of them that we would observe would come over, say hi to my son, and they'd say, stay in school, kid, you don't want to be me. And whatever came out of me and what continued to come out of me was, why do you think what you're doing so unimportant? I don't want to build a road, and I sure am utterly grateful that somebody does pave the road that we need to drive on. There is nothing but that kind of work to be such a great gift, not just to me, just so I can drive down the road, but to all of us who drive down roads. And how it ever became something to want for one person to think less of themselves, or God forbid, somebody to think of them, is absolutely ludicrous. And so what I'm kind of getting out of this reading is perhaps what's coming up for you as something that you could do that's really going to make you happy. You have 9 of Cups here, and it's going to make you money. It's the Father of Pentacles, so King of Pentacles, right? That's a majestic looking animal here. This is wish fulfillment. What I'm seeing here is you may be conflicted about what comes up as something for you to do because of perhaps the way society thinks of it. And if you are the only one who needs to change your perspective on it, and I don't know what this is, maybe it is to work in construction and build roads. How utterly important is it that we have roads in the world that we live in? At least, I live in the States, We need them to get around if we're going to have a car or bicycle or even a skateboard, something paved and to be used over and over again with our ever fluctuating weather. I don't mean to get totally stuck on that, but it's coming in so loud and clear. It looks like a traditional type of work, the Hierophant. Okay, it's something that's been around a while that maybe you've never even considered doing before, but with some clarity, Ace of Swords, it's going to come in and it's going to be divine. It's going to be divinely delivered to you. You will be perplexed by it. I think this is really about not wondering what your purpose is, but you're going to be presented with a new purpose of anything that you've ever thought of before. Change your perspective and what you've thought of it in the past. Okay? Yeah, receive the communication, how it comes in, and then go forward with that communication. It brings you joy and happiness. And that's all I have to say about that, Cancer. Good luck, okay? Let's move on to Leo. So Leo, if you're looking for a personal reading, you can go down to the description box below. Get my email. I also, if you've seen my playlists, I offer yoga and meditation. I also offer some time-lapse pictures of some of the art I do, and I sell the art, and that's all reaching out in that email. And how you pay is in the contributions. If you want to make a contribution to this channel for the free content that's offered, it's also how we will exchange service for what you receive, whatever it is you receive. So Leo, this is energy oracle cards. I've been using the Wisdom of the Oracle. I got called to switch decks with you. Sandra Ann Taylor. Got a glimpse of a couple cards there. Let's see what comes out though. Leo, what does Leo need to hear? So when you hear this reading, Leo, this is when it's meant for you, regardless of the time that I am reading. Okay, so your reading now is Angel of Love. That's lovely. Man holding a heart. My. Probably not a career reading. Maybe. Wow. Okay. Probably not a career reading. Woman holding a heart. That's awesome. So I'm getting this. I haven't used these yet for the other. This is Mystic Mondays stuff. Leo, Angel of Love, man holding a heart, woman holding a heart. What does Leo need to hear? This card wants to come out so bad. The World. Six of Cups. I want to be a Leo right now. The Sun. Definitely want to be a Leo. Temperance. It is my rising. Oh my God. The Lovers. I don't even know. Oh my gosh. The Hierophant. So I suppose you just got the reading that anybody who comes to tarot about their love life, you literally hit the jackpot. Your reading is not very challenging unless, well, there's no unless. This is your twin flame reading if you're into that, if you're into soulmate, regardless of what you think of twin flame. I just know that, that word gets thrown around a lot, so I don't want to get too wrapped up in it. But your counterpart is nearby. I see it sitting right in front of you. You see how this heart is right in this angel of love? That heart is right in front of her, and she's looking right down at it. So if this isn't something that you're currently aware of or wondering where it is, it's literally right in front of you. Leo, the world is your oyster with this connection. I don't see how this isn't seen, because it doesn't get any more clear than this. We have 6 of Cups. So, it's, that cup overfloweth. It's equal exchange. The number 6 is of love. It's, we have nostalgia here. We have youthfulness with our 6 of Cups. You have the Sun. You have temperance, so balanced, a balanced relationship. People talk about it as patience, but it's not just patience. I've never met a Sag that's patient, and that's a Sagittarius card. You have your own card here. You have, you have the Hierophant, the Lovers, and the Temperance, and the World. I mean, this is chock full of major arcana. It's clearly a couple. It's right in front of you. The only thing I want to clarify here, honestly, is there, I mean, it looks like this person is right in front of you, so I don't know why this isn't an energy that you're in the middle of experiencing right now. So I'm going to grab a clarifying deck of what action Leo can take. Eight of Pentacles. Oh, there's another card here. Six of Wands. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, I mean, it's all your wishes coming true. It's not clarifying. It's just telling me how impactful and powerful, but using minor arcana versus the majors that are already out here. Let's use the traditional tarot deck. Okay, what's the question we need to ask for Leo? If they're not experiencing this already, great. And then I'm kind of surprised you're watching tarot, because I'd be off doing this with whoever this is. You have the ultimate, the world is your oyster. You feel balanced, you feel connected. This is your soulmate. I mean, it looks like, it could be this is divinely guided, but it looks like he or she is right in front of you, Leo. So action. We'll see if we get an action card, okay? Best reading I think I've ever seen in my life that I've read, I'm pretty sure. What does Leo need to know about this? How's that? Let's see. What do you need to know? What does Leo need to know? Where love is concerned, this is one of the best readings I've ever seen, ever. Okay, I love it when that happens. Oh, it's face down too. Oh, okay. It's a simple solution. You have to walk away from something else. So clearly you're with somebody you're karmically bound to, and you need to go away from it. That doesn't sound awesome, but it leads to, I mean, that's exactly where they're heading off to. They're heading off to paradise. They're heading off to something better. And what your something better is, so this is for a Leo who knows that they're in a karmic relationship that's not working, but they're staying in it for the kids, kind of a relationship. And that could be you, but that can be you literally. That also can be for you metaphorically. This is for a Leo who's in something that they feel bound to because they feel like they have to. But honestly, in a hot second, and I mean that, immediately make the move. You have your soulmate right here in front of you, whoever that is. Look, I don't want to say you'll never have an argument, but honestly, it's you'll get each other. You'll just get each other, and you'll sleep at night. You're going to be happy. You're going to be there's going to be laughter. I see children, whether the children come into the scenario or you produce children or both. I don't know. I see, I mean, the Six of Cups, that youthfulness, just is coming together. I mean, I want to show all the cards at once because it's literally balance. It's the sun, it's the world, it's a commitment, it's loyal, it's respectful. You know, two peas in a pod. Six of Cups, fun, nostalgia, you know, making memories that you'll remember and remember fondly. You have these clarifiers. It's your victory card. It's, you know, your Eight of Pentacles. It's even reaps, you know, you reap what you sow in this relationship. It's that reciprocity, give and receive. Angel of love. There's a man holding a heart here. There's a woman holding a heart here, and they want to give it to each other. You need to walk away from something you're in. And then you get everything you've ever wanted. Okay, not easy. And if this reading is for you, I wouldn't waste much time, because what you get by going to your soulmate is the world, and literally. Yeah. Okay. I won't belabor the point, but you will, well, you're, you know, one of my favorite signs, so can I say that? I wish you all the best. I really do. Okay. Bless your heart. I hope the best for you. Let's Virgo. Okay, Virgo. Let's go back to these. Wisdom of the Oracle, Virgo. If you want a personal reading, you can contact me with my information down below. Just click on the description box. The title of the video in the description box below will open up. There's also yoga in my playlist. There's meditation. If you want your own practice, you can also reach me through my email. Purchase art if you like some of those time-lapse videos. I have so much fun doing those. Hopefully I'll get to some art today. Okay, Virgo, let's read for your current energy of not just when I'm reading this, but when you're, more importantly, when you're watching this. Virgo, current energies of when they're watching this reading. Current video, current energy of when Virgo is watching this video. New life. We have observer. I like that card. Excuse me. And all that glitters. New life, observer, all that glitters. Okay. Speaking of glitter, these tarot cards will have kind of a sheen. The sun is behind a cloud, so maybe it'll be a little less obstructive. So Virgo, we have 10 of Swords. We have the Star. I got blown away from the Leo reading. I have to excuse me. I'm trying to reel myself in for you guys. It might be just fun to watch. Kind of blows your mind. You'll be like, why don't I get love readings like that? Yours is looking all right. I'm not going to lie. Okay, Virgo. Virgo, what does Virgo need to hear? All right, Virgo. Virgo. Nope. Knight of Swords wants to be ahead of the Four of Pentacles. Okay. See how they're a little shiny? I'm sure you've seen them if you watched other videos in the past. Oh, wow. Look at you. 10 of Wands. Oh, and the Emperor. So you have Aries energy strong in your major arcana, and the Star, you have Aquarius. If that makes a difference to you, but it doesn't have to, okay? We have New Life, Observer, and all that glitters. So with your 10 of Swords and your 10 of Wands here, I see a heavy burden, not just in your body, but in your mind, both laying to rest. Those are done. So 10 being the completion of a cycle. So this could be something that's coming up for you, or you've already experienced. You might be right in the middle of still feeling all the thoughts in your brain and still the weight of the world on your shoulders. But it's coming to an end. There's something coming in rather quickly, rather swiftly in this Knight of Swords. And you see how he's coming in when it's laying down here on this table, right towards the stars. So your hope and your wish coming right in, fast and furious. And we all know, perhaps we all know, the Knight of Swords just comes in and takes over. And it seems to be taking over. You know, these three are all together. You know, they're right here on the table, and they're right together. We have, you know, I'm going to show you again the Swords and the Wands, but even this Four of Pentacles of feeling like you've had to protect yourself, keep everything close to the vest. I hear it called the Miser card sometimes, but I never got that so much, because sometimes we just need to peel back a little bit, hold back a little bit. I mean, even it's like, you know how a cat pounces, you know, it's the pause. We just hold. You know, if the cat pounced immediately, he could miss his meal, right? If he's out and about trying to catch a mouse, then he always has to wait for the mouse to stop and eat something, instead of it as it's kind of wandering around, because it already has movement. Weird analogy, don't know where that came from, but basically what I want to say about the Four of Pentacles, it's not always bad to just hold close to the vest, hold close to the vest. And this could be the way this is set up on the table, and I wasn't reading like this before for the others, is I see here, you know, the Knight of Swords coming in with this hope straight to, and then you're going to maybe even hold that hope close to your vest initially, because it's big. Whatever's coming in is big for you. It's so big, it's emperor big. Okay, and this could be an Aries that perhaps you're dealing with, but that it's offer. Uh-huh. It looks life changing. Looks life changing. And it's quite big. Mountainous, right? This card can have double meaning. You know, sometimes it's called the all that glitters is not gold, and also it can be all that glitters is gold. Okay, so what I'm hearing quite loud and clear, especially here with the new life observer, the emperor, the star, especially being right here in the center, is this bright new beginning, is what I hear and what I see. In your action state, what I see pretty clearly of where the overthinking and where the burden is falling on your body, as burdens do, regardless of whether we're doing physical labor or not, is, it's funny, you know, it's the star that comes in with the hope, and then you get the observer of this fox who's looking up at the stars. Have you made a wish lately, or have you just been kind of coasting around with what is? When was the last time you sat down and wrote out wishes? Maybe you think they're unattainable. It sounds silly to do that. That's for somebody else to do. I don't do that. But you are looking at tarot, so I'd like to, it seems like there's an open mind to that, and that can be an initial beginning to law of attraction. Is, when was the last time you asked for something different and something new, where you can lay down the burdens that you're currently enduring, the overthinking, the weight of the world, having to feel close to the vest. If it's keeping close, you know, what honestly, what I'm getting, the Four of Pentacles is keeping what comes in kind of close to you for a minute. Okay, just for a second, just for a bit, to let those burdens come off you first. It's a similar concept as self-care, where you take care of yourself first so you can take care of others. You put the mask on your face that before you put the mask on others. Boy, nah, I don't even like using that word anymore. So have you observed your wishes lately? And the advice would be to write them out and think big, Virgo. I think you have a real opportunity here in the energies that are coming up for you to be the king of your kingdom. And this is the king or the queen, right? It's the emperor, yes, but like the one that oversees a kingdom, great wealth and abundance and prosperity. Make some law of attraction wishes. What can you do about them? It looks like keep an eye out for the signs of what to take action on, not what you've taken action on before, because that's what that leads you to. Keep your eye out for what to take action on, because it always, you know, law of attraction rarely is just arriving on your doorstep. It will, you know, sometimes it's something as simple as I be getting the urge to call someone, it can change your life. You know, just pay attention to those impulses. Be observant that it may be in form of things that haven't been in your life in the past. Okay, so that's your reading, Virgo. Let's move on to Libra. That's very nice, Virgo. So Libra, all right, Libra. Let's move on. So we're going to read from the energy oracles. That's interesting. I've only read for Leo, I think it was, with these. But Libra, if you'd like your own personal reading, just click on the description box below. You just click on that title and that pops down. My email's there, and you can reach me through my email for that, or if you're looking for a personal yoga meditation practice or to buy some of the art that I put out there, you can see in the playlist the different things that I put on my channel. Different things, all from the same place. That's why I haven't changed the channel or made others. Just keep folders for you guys, playlists, right? So Libra, what does Libra need to know? Current energy of when they're watching this video, not necessarily when I'm doing the reading, but when they see the reading. When Libra sees this reading, what does Libra need to hear? What does Libra need to see? What's best for Libra to know? One more of those. Okay. Door to romance, probably not a work. Contract. And the world. So door to romance, contract, and the world. Let's find out what tarot has to say. Oh, I'm going to turn off this heater. Hold on a second. Okay, Libra, Libra. Libra, what does Libra need to see? What does Libra need to hear? Yeah, what does Libra need to see? Libra, Libra. Okay. We have Four of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Justice, the Moon, and the Six of Wands. I don't get this all the time, but bottom of the deck, Knight of Swords. It's a Knight of Swords. I know these have a sheen to them, but I'll keep showing them and keep having a look at them. Okay, what do I see here for Libra? Sometimes it's super clear. Give me just a second here with you. Libra, what is it going on with you? You know, I'm getting a little thrown off from Door of Romance just because this could honestly be a reading, a more general reading. But Door of Romance is the first card that came out, and it is clearly present here. So, you know, the contract, that's your card. Um, and justice. I mean, you're all over this reading. You're all over this reading, Libra. You know, is it coming in okay? Um, I don't mean to take such a long pause. It's the first real pause I've taken. Everybody else was clear. Um, I don't want to say that you're not clear here. It's just there's maybe it's just that it's hard to share, but I'll share it anyway. I see that you're bound to. I can read this two ways. You're bound to a relationship that you're feeling apathetic in, a contract, so very well could be married. It's interesting with the Nine of Pentacles here. I see a separation of going out on your own. The apathy I was seeing in this Four of Cups. This going out on your own, honestly, doesn't have to be, Libra, a separation of leaving the home that you're in. Is there something that you can introduce into your life that gives you some more independence? So, yeah, um, I think this thing is maybe a mystery to you of what that could be, the moon, unknown to you right now. I think it's been presented to you in the past. So say like your kind of go-to for your self-care or what you perceive to bring you independence was one type of hobby, if you will. What if there's something else? And it's something that maybe it's crossed your path in the past, but you didn't really participate in it, or you did participate it, really loved it, but you weren't able to stick to it possibly because of your obligations. Um, I'm getting that, and the cards are saying, right here in the middle is this Nine of Pentacles just screaming independence for right at me to share with you. But it could bring more love in your life. And I don't mean it doesn't even need to be somebody different. In fact, it's um I've never paused so much for a reading before. I'm so sorry. Maybe we need to clarify. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. I've clarified for others in the past. So I'm going to clarify door to romance. Door to romance for Libra. Oh, the star. Aquarius energy, Libra. So what I see here is some much needed independence, whatever that means to you and however you are going to go about that, is going to open up a whole new world for you. You've been feeling apathetic with the Four of Cups, and this wish fulfillment, the Star card, your door to romance, the feel-good feelings, the Two of Cups, your victory, Six of Wands. It's been a mystery to you, whether it's been revealed to you in the past before or not, but it's been around you. And depending on the moon, right? The more you see in the dark depends on what phase of the moon is in. So like today or tomorrow when this reading is being done, I think it's the 11th, it's a new moon, so it could be a bit hidden from you right now, but then the light will come in. I see, justice is here twice. I see that you're caught up in a contract of some kind of you're in a commitment of some kind that no longer works, but to get out of it, and if you choose to get out of it, if you know what this is just yet, you may know what it is right now, but it may come to light later. It seems to me that with that clarity, Knight of Swords, and then right below it's the Emperor, and then right below that's the Ten of Wands. So I mean, I could do that all day, but once you become clear of what your true desires really are and you take action on them, and looks like you can make this pretty quick action. I know sometimes he's hasty. You become the Emperor, you put down all your burdens. Doesn't mean you won't have things to deal with in the future, but whatever it is that you're caught up in, that's, what the energy I'm getting is like that Eeyore energy. If you've been feeling a bit like that, a bit kind of down in the dumps or dumpy, excuse me, it doesn't mean that you are dumpy. It just, you might be feeling that way. That if you get clear on whatever brings you more independence, it doesn't mean you have to, might mean a change in the dynamic of your family. That's really truly up to you, and I'm not telling you to do anything. But if you find those things that bring you more independence and where you feel more like yourself, you'll be truly and great, rewarded by, and cheered on by the world around you. You literally have the world here, and your world will feel more loving, romance, right? Be a door to romance. I mean, that could just be loving your life again. Doesn't necessarily mean roses and rainbows. It can absolutely mean that, but this can also mean just loving your life again. Okay, so what makes your wishes come true, and you will be satisfied. So I think I just switched over. That's good for Libra. I don't know if I'm on my AirPods anymore. Okay, so I don't think I'm on my AirPods anymore, and I hope you can hear me. My son's going to be home in a minute. I just want to unlock the door for him, okay? So hold on right there. Scorpio will be right up to you.
I kind of thought these readings would go on a bit quicker, but some of them I've read on and on. Libra, that was very interesting, I have to say the least. It's a little tricky. That one was a little tricky for me to get to. So now let's move on to Scorpio. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch videos and move the rest of the zodiac signs in a brand new video. So I'm going to stop this one. So if you're seeing the end of this video, thanks for making it this far. I'm going to make a part 2 for the rest of the zodiac: Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. And again, I try to share with everyone. If you want to reach out to me for your own personal reading, you just email me at the link below the description box. Just tap on the title and that will be shown to you, as well as the other offerings I have from other videos you may have seen of yoga and meditation, as well as the art I do. Okay, so thanks for the likes, thanks for subscribing, and we'll talk together soon. Take care.